Hello, Gemini. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Mershinsky. All right, so some of you may have been in a relationship in the past. This could be somebody from your past. This could also be somebody that you are seeing right now. Also, this could be for some of you a situationship. For a small portion of you, this is somebody who you've met and you know there's a whole lot of energy there, but no one's really speaking up. What I'm seeing is the way the cards are coming out, this person really wants to be expressive. They do want to talk to you. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need, and I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. And I have certain reasons for that. All right. First card's the strongest. We have here crisis, followed by abundance. Then we have awakening, followed by love, surrender, order, sensuality, challenge, rhythms under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I also wanted to mention at the end of this reading, I do a reading to see what archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel have to say about this, what kind of advice they have to give. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Gemini, what do I say? I am overwhelmed and I'm confused. Too much information that was given to me, too much for me to handle, too much for me to bear. Certain things have happened in this connection, and the intensity is something that is difficult for me to handle. I understand that you have said and you have done certain things for a certain reason. I also understand that I'm the one that's supposed to understand that. But I have found it difficult because my mind wasn't in the right place. My heart may have been, but my actions and the things that I have said and done, taking you for granted, that shouldn't have happened. I know that in this connection, things have happened, and now I have become very overwhelmed. I find it difficult to release myself from this energy. It revolves around me, and it covers me up, and I can't release myself from it. Right now, my mind is a mess. There's a lot of mental anguish, frustration, impatience. So much is going on. I don't even know how to release myself from it. And because I'm so overwhelmed with so many things that have happened, I feel it difficult to concentrate. Concentrating for me would be a bit difficult since I am not thinking straight. What I do appreciate is the value and the worth of you. I have taken you for granted before, and a part of me has been very materialistic, and I have not been very realistic. Planning was not right. There have been obstacles, and I know you're that type of person that's very resilient. I know that in this connection, you and I could make a great power couple. But I see that potential in you. You have so much to offer. You have so much to give. And I admire that. I look forward to that. Right now, money may be an issue. But I hope one day things can be better. I also feel that in this connection, there's this sense of awakening. I have become awoke. I have seen your perspective. I have put myself into your shoes. I see things now from your lens. And what do I see? I have come to this emotional awakening that I love you. I didn't realize that before. But why would I feel so overwhelmed? Only if I actually cared. And now I realize that I care a little too much. I'm actually in love with you. This love that I have for you, this is pure. It is sacred. It is clean. And it is unconditional. I feel that in this connection, you and I were somehow meant to be together. We were meant to find each other. And even though in the past I have denied it, and I have denied you of this, I now feel that in this connection, you and I belong together. There's something in this relationship, the situationship that we're in, that makes me feel that I belong to you and you belong to me. Not only that, but I also feel that in this connection, you are someone that I've dedicated my heart, my mind, and my body to. I have surrendered to you and only you. If you lead, I will follow. But the problem is, even if you were to lead, or if I was to lead, I'm finding it to be quite confusing, the situation that I'm in, the circumstances that I find myself stuck in. Right now, I am at a crossroads. Should I go forwards, backwards, left, or right? I don't know. But it's full of fog, thick fog. And even if I look in any direction, I really can't see the path. The path is not clear. So I don't know which way to go. I don't know which way to turn. I don't know how to do anything because of this reason. For this reason. I don't make a move. Part of the reason I have an issue with this is because there's a lack of understanding. There's a lack of clarity. So much has happened in this connection. And yes, there has been words. There have been words that have been spoken, feelings that have been exchanged. However, nothing has gone beyond that. It's like the world has moved on, but I'm stuck, frozen in time. Whatever happened between you and I've kept it to myself, and I have not moved on, but the rest of the world has. The reason for this, for me not being able to move on, Gemini, is because I realize now that there's a lack of understanding. Not only that, but there is a lack of clarity. For this reason, I don't make a move and I don't budge. I don't want to make a mistake. So no, there is no decision. There is no choice being made. There is no movement forward. Because I don't want to make a mistake again until the fog is lifted. And then I can see the correct path. I can see the way forward, and I will not be afraid. I will not feel doubtful. There's no doubt about it. You are damn sexy. There's so much about you that is so alluring and tantalizing. You are gorgeous. The way your clothes wrap around your body, sometimes I feel jealous. I wish I was that. Hugging you, holding you, close to you. Sometimes I feel I was the blush on your cheeks. I would be so close. Or that lipstick. So close. I want to be close to you. So close to you. I want to be one with you. Because I love you. I cherish you. And I know I took you for granted before, and I never really valued what I had before. But things are changing. I am changing. The problem is a part of me, I don't even know what is changing. I just know that it's something. I can't put a finger on it. And this entire situation, as complicated as it is a challenge for me. There's no doubt about that. This is now a problem that needs to be solved. This is now a riddle. And I need to find a solution. I find it difficult because I've never encountered anything like this before. I've never experienced something like this before. I know it's time for me to make a move, time for me to move on, make a choice. I just find it difficult to do that. Overall, these things have come and gone. You come and go into my heart like a beat, like a rhythm. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. You are that boom. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, no matter what I wear, how I act, how I disguise myself, it does not matter. Something always happens, and I'm always reminded of you. It's like you're a piece of me, and I can't let go. Even if I try, I may wear different masks. I may become different individuals, but there's something there that always reminds me of you. And so separating from you is not so easy. Physically, we may be far apart. Emotionally, I'm right there with you. All right, Gemini. That is a beautiful reading. That is very nice. The only 2 cards that we have, 3 actually, that are a little bit on the dark and dreary side, a little bit on the sour side here. We have crisis followed by order, and then we have challenge. Order, sometimes I call order and chaos. It's just so chaotic. Something happened in this connection where your person of interest may not be showing this to you, but they are completely overwhelmed. And usually this is due to an action that took place or words that were spoken, or even a letter that was written. Something where a piece of communication has gone to this person and it's just too overwhelming for them. This then becomes a problem when it's too overwhelming. Now, we also have rhythms. Rhythms is really interesting. Your person of interest may have tried to move on. They may have tried to even dress differently, act like someone else, be somebody else, but it did not work. No matter where they go, no matter what they do, something happens, and they always end up thinking about you. Rhythms, comes and goes, comes and goes.
And it's challenging. Why? Because challenge is right underneath the love card. So it is a huge challenge being in love. Your person of interest love you. They do love you. And they're just really confused. They just don't know what to do, how to handle the love that they have for you, how to execute this love, how to move forward with this love. All right. I have here there you go. The Lover's Path Tarot. And with this deck, I like to have a look at what it is that may have happened in the first place in this connection where things were great in the beginning. They were going great and it was very sweet, but then all of a sudden things started to go downhill. Something sweet became very sour. Not good. Not good at all. Not only did it become sour, but then there's a lack of communication. So this is for those of you that may have not received closure. You may have felt that this person abandoned you. This person may have just ghosted you. Perhaps the communication is quite less now, to the point where it's maybe once a week they message you, very tiny message, small message, and maybe once a month. It's almost like it's breadcrumbing. This is for those of you that have not been given that explanation. Why the hell did they do this? Okay, so this is going to be that answer. For the majority of you, hopefully this is going to resonate. And this is in the past. The first set of cards that I just had, that was the present and current situation. So this, we look into the past, what happened? What caused this entire issue in the first place? 5 of Arrows and the 8 of Staves. Let's have a look. All right. Let's see. Five of Arrows. This talks about how, and I read these in the reverse. This talks about how there was struggle and distrust and arguments. At some point in time, there was a disingenuous surrender. Defeat because of indecisiveness. Paranoia and dishonesty. All right. A lack of trust that leads to conflict. Possible defeat or feelings of defeat. The need to have self-protection or caution. Discomfort from struggle with a situation. So when we have disingenuous surrender, if you go back in this recording, you'll see we did have the surrender card there. So currently, your person of interest has surrendered to you. However, in the past, they did not surrender to you. In the sense that, I usually use this example, 2 people walk outside, they're about to get into a vehicle, and one person says, "Look, honey, the sky is green." And the partner knows that, I know it's not green, I know it's blue, but I'm just going to say it's green just so that we don't have to talk about it or argue about it. So that's a disingenuous surrender. This relationship, at some point in time, for your person of interest, became a little uncomfortable. And just to go along with it, fake it till you make it. But where did this person make it? They didn't make it anywhere. This person was just going along with it because they were comfortable, because they did not want to create a scene, because they did not want to fight and argue. The problem with this is that there is a hell of a lot of miscommunication when something like this happens, because people are not open and honest with each other, and there's not any truth. There's no truth in what anybody has said. And over time, a person is molded in this way. A person gets used to their partner in this way. And all of a sudden, one day, somebody snaps and they react completely different, because then that's the real them. And all of a sudden you wonder, well, you always like this. You always were like this. What happened to you all of a sudden? So, Gemini, cross-watcher, let's just be real. Let's be honest. Let's be open. No disingenuous surrender. That does not get anybody anywhere, okay? It does not. It really leads to, it piles up over time. and you actually create a different impression of yourself or your person of interest. They create a different impression that this is who I am. This is how I like this. But the truth is, no, they don't. So there was definitely an issue here with honesty. And we have here defeat because of indecisiveness. Now, why were they not investing that time, energy, and effort? People that argue, people that fight, sometimes, not all the time, they fight because they actually give a damn. Some people fight too much, and that's just nonsense. You're just not supposed to be with each other. But there's a certain ratio, a certain proportion where it's okay to fight. It's okay to get to vent and to get your opinion out there. But if you don't, if you keep it bottled up, you are hiding the truth from your partner. And that's something that happened here. Your person of interest got used to this, and what happened? Because of that, they were not opening up to you because they were indecisive. Remember, you had the Order and Chaos card. This is a very accurate reading if anybody is resonating with this, because the cards are so connected right now. With the Order and Chaos card, that talks about indecisiveness. Remember, fog all around, not being able to make that choice. So that happened then, and it's still happening now because you did get that card. This person is still indecisive. There's a lack of clarity. There's a lack of understanding. Now, we also have here paranoia. Why is there paranoia? Clearly, they're not just paranoid because of you. They're paranoid because something else happened in their past that has caused them to become paranoid. Either with them or with a loved one, but they have experienced something. And unfortunately, you are the person that is experiencing this because of their bad trauma. Their trauma. They're hurt. And so they suspect. They have this distrust. They do not trust you. They suspect you. That is the reason why they were not very open and very honest with you, because something happened in their past that caused them to do this. Now, we also have here paranoia and dishonesty. Dishonesty. Somebody in their life must have been dishonest at some point in time. And so they think that, you know what, if this person did it, maybe this person can also do that. Maybe they're like them. People are not the same. They may have some characteristics and traits that are the same, but they're not the same. That's why we're different. All of us are different. We all have our different lives, our different experiences, our different traumas. So no one can judge the other because we don't know what's truly going on deep down inside of a person's heart and mind. We have here the 8 of Staffs. The 8 of Staffs here talks about sudden communications, movement, and release. The issue here with this situation was that this person was waiting too long for communication. The card suggests perhaps it was time to take the initiative to communicate, perhaps to create waves of communication. But they were waiting for others to make the first move. There was a lot of passive-aggressive thought and behavior in this. Okay. So, that's what you're dealing with. Yeah, this is not Gemini you. This is a them problem, okay? They have issues. Cross-watcher, if you know that you have issues, please recognize them. And try to talk to somebody. Try to learn how you can get out of this scenario, out of this mindset, because it's not healthy for you, and it's also not going to be healthy for anybody that you may be with. So, Gemini, even if they're with you, they're going to be like this. Even if they're with somebody else, they're going to be like this. You see, it's just them. All right. Let's have a look at my deck, and this is called, what are you called? Wow, the Beginner's Tarot deck. Oh my god. Sometimes my brain just freezes. The freeze. Okay. Wow. Interesting.
It's not bad, but you have somebody here that has a lot of hesitation at this point in time. They're not feeling as confident as they used to. So we have here, the first card's the strongest, the Page of Swords. So with the Page of Swords, it does talk about how in this connection, there was this feeling of wanting to get to know you more. This person does want to get to know you more. They want to reignite the connection. The problem is they don't have the guts to do it. This is the problem now. They don't feel that they are equipped. They feel that, so let's put it this way. It's not that they feel. They are. They are insecure. They do not have self-esteem. They have lost their self-confidence. And that is why they look at you from a distance. This is more of somebody who, I guess you could say, an individual who may be what they call an online stalker, or even just a stalker in a sense. But it's not in a nasty way. It's not in like a malicious kind of way. They're just very shy and they're very scared and they're very timid. They don't know how to approach you. And so they view you from a distance. It's like you're this beautiful vase in this really hi-fi museum. And the light is just shining on you. But the person's looking at you, not close up, but even from behind the barrier. And they're just admiring you. And you're sparkling. There's jewels on it. So this is something that this person, because I'm seeing this in my mind's eye right now. This is something that this person's feeling. This is how they view you. You are that beautiful, shiny object from far away, and they're not feeling good enough to even approach you. They feel unworthy. They feel worthless. They don't feel good enough. And that is the reason why they have this distance from you. So this is somebody who sometimes is like on a reconnaissance mission. What is my Gemini up to? If I was to reach out, what are they up to these days? How are they dressed? Who are they going out with? What are they doing? Those sort of things. Now, not all of you have social media. I know many people that don't have it. And some of you may be encountering this individual who has been asking people about you. This could be family, friends, people that indirectly maybe even know you. But the bottom line is they are curious to know what you are up to, what you're doing, because they're trying to complete their file, okay? File in a sense. When I have all the information, then I'm going to reach out to Gemini. Now, they miss the past, the first glance, the first touch, the first kiss. They really do miss it. They miss you. They miss that innocence that once occurred right in the beginning, when all was fresh and all was new, and everything was innocent. They miss that, and a part of them wants to relive that. Now, we also have here the feeling of past life. This person feels as if they are very bound to you. For some reason, I'm getting the word scenario. Whatever that means to anybody. Just one word, I'm seeing scenario in my mind's eye. We have here the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, I see why. So everybody's scenario is different, and that's why with the 7 of Pentacles, this person is waiting. And some of you, depending on your scenario, the wait may be longer, the wait may be less, depending on your scenario. So this person feels that they have invested some time, energy, and effort into this connection. At some point in time, maybe they did that. But they also feel that now it's time for them to just take a step back and let's see how things go. And they just want things to move forward. However, they're not actually the ones pushing this forward. They want you to push this forward. Why do they want you to take the action? Because they really don't feel good enough. Not only that, we have here the 10 of Swords. So at some point in time, this person left. They went away, thinking that the grass would be greener on the other side. Turns out it wasn't. I'm kidding. It was asphalt. And so they came back,
But by the time they came back, the fate and destiny just boom, 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 one after the other. 10 swords right in the back and they're face down. And they realize that they have been officially defeated. They are defeated. They have been defeated. And they feel defeated. Because of that, not only they're too embarrassed to get up. They actually are quite shy and embarrassed for what has happened. I'm getting that embarrassment. They're not feeling good for what has happened in the past. And that is also why they're slightly overwhelmed. How do I reach out to Gemini? Why is there that hesitation? Because they see you now in a completely different light. And it goes very well with these cards. The Nine of Pentacles. They feel and they see you now that you are somebody who has grown and you have moved on. So what does that mean? This is very much similar to the selfhood card that I have in the Goddess Oracle deck. So here it talks about how your person of interest looks at you in a different light now. You are no longer that person that is perhaps even chasing or giving this person enough time, energy, and effort. Now, it could be that they are not really communicating with you. But from their point of view, Gemini, they see you as somebody who has moved on. You are independent, self-reliant, self-sufficient. You don't need this person. You don't need anybody. You can do things on your own. And not just that you're surviving, but you're thriving. That's how they see you. And that is so intimidating for this person that feels now like a page. They're not a knight, they're not a queen, they're not even a king, but they're a page. And they see you at this high level that you are just all that. And my goodness, how do I even approach my Gemini? So there's a sense of intimidation here and feeling very shy and not feeling good enough. Hopefully, Gemini, you are this individual. You have moved on and you are not really depending on anybody. And there's no harm in depending on people. That's why people exist, because we are interdependent. But sometimes it's a problem. Sometimes people think of it as a weakness. Whatever the case is, here we have a situation where your person of interest sees you in this light. That, wow, Gemini's moved on. They're no longer even in my aura. They're not in the environment that I would think that they would stay in. They're completely in a different bubble. Okay? It's like your bubble is here, their bubble is here now. Completely different. And this is the issue. And this is how they view you. And it's hard for them to reach out to you because they feel that there's nothing in common. There's no way for this person to reignite that flame that once burned bright because it is extinguished. Once bitten, twice as shy. This person knows that they've hurt you. They know that they didn't do well in this connection. And because of that, they know that you've distanced yourself, either because of them or just on your own. Now, whatever the case is, the issue is that they don't know how to reach out to you, and therefore there is that distance, there's that gap. This is why this person feels a little intimidated, unworthy. They're missing the past, which is not doing much about it. They're still waiting, and they're feeling defeated. So honestly, Gemini, do I see this person doing anything? Not right now, guys. In the meantime, party on, have fun. Do something special in your life. Don't depend and don't rely on this person for a while because they're not even confident. And they're not going to be reaching out to you anytime soon, I see here, because they themselves are trying to figure out who they are, what they're going to do. You see, the issue here in this reading is you had the first card, which is very overwhelming, the crisis. Then you also had the order card, didn't you? With those two cards, there's a whole lot. There's like overwhelming feelings. There's confusion. There's a lack of understanding. There's a lack of clarity. How can somebody be in a relationship or even approach another person when the clouds are still there? It's all cloudy. When that dissipates, when that goes away and everything is clear, that's when that vision will come through to this person. They will be able to see it, and then they will be able to have that strength and courage and that wisdom to move on. But in the meantime, as you saw the first set of cards that you had, it does show that there is that hindrance right now. Unfortunately, Gemini, it's going to take some time, it appears, and whatever type of waiting there is, I would suggest that you just do your own thing, do something that makes you happy, keep yourself busy, but do not depend or rely on this person to come back into your life or just to rush into your life as a king. Remember, they are a page, right? So there's going to be some steps, some levels. And this, for a human being, takes time. It's not an on-off switch. Because if they do, they'll mess up. They're not used to it. They have to have that level, and then that level, and then that level. And each level, they experience a little more and more and more. It's just like an employee. You start a job, and at the end, hopefully after many years or even a few years, you are a manager, right? But you know all of that because you've been through those steps. It's similar to that this person has to go through. Growing pains. It doesn't matter how old you are. That's what it is. Alrighty, let's have a look at another set of cards. This is the Archangel answer cards, and for some strange reason, I did not put them close to me. 1 second, guys. There you go. So these messages are from Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. And I'm going to just do a quick prayer. Okay. All right. So these are any messages, any words of wisdom. This could affect your past, the way you view the past. This could also affect the current situation, the way you are viewing that, or even the future. Words of wisdom, words of encouragement, messages that maybe you need to hear. All right, you have 2 cards that popped out here. Okie dokie, not bad at all. Quite nice, very encouraging. So, a lot is going on. We have here, listen to your intuition. So certain things are going to happen in this connection. And it's important for you to listen to what your intuition says to you. Your intuition is not just some willy-nilly voice. Can't even say that. Willy-nilly voice. It is your soul in your mind speaking to you, the body, / the spirit. It's your soul's talking to your spirit. Okay, the spirit animates the body. Now, when we have this sort of a situation where you are talking to yourself, understand that that is your soul, and the soul is much more older and wiser than you are. It has been there, done that. So do not doubt. Usually it's the first hunch that you get that is accurate. It could be the tiniest hunch. Honestly, stick with it because I've experienced that. All right. We have here also, yes, wait. Just like I said, there's going to be a waiting period here. So there's going to be a time where this person is going to change, but it is going to take some time. In the meantime, they want you to take care of yourself, improving health. Some of you may have gone through some sort of an issue. This could be anxiety, depression, stress, but whatever it is, unfortunately, it may have increased any sort of feelings that were negative, that caused any sort of illness or just something that may have affected your energy. And that is your mind, body, your spirit, and your soul. Something may have been affected because of this connection. For that, I do have a package, and I'll talk about that later to help you. We have also here an opportunity. An opportunity will be coming to you. And you may even have an idea because to do something. If you have an idea and it keeps reoccurring, please do take that idea into consideration. We have here, because the opportunity and the idea will be successful. If you believe, then you will succeed in this situation. There will be some sort of abundance coming into your life. Now, the abundance doesn't have to be money, but we did have the abundance card earlier, right? Money may have been an issue. It usually doesn't pop up when there's too much money. Nobody actually has an issue when there's too much, but when there's less or when there's materialistic issues, that's usually when the abundance card pops up in the first set of cards that I had. Here, it talks about abundance coming to you, which is perfect. It's gorgeous. It's wonderful. We also have here forgiveness. So forgiveness is key. It is very important for you to think about it. Think about forgiving an individual. Sometimes you can't because they've hurt you so much. The easiest way to forgive, and it is one of the best teachings in the Holy Bible, the best way I've seen is to have compassion for the person. Forgiveness is very important because if you don't forgive an individual, you keep that negative energy bubble orbiting around your head. No matter where you go on the planet, even beyond, it's always going to stay with you because it gets you angry. I was going to say a naughty word there, but it does. And it's a constant reminder, isn't it? It's a grudge. But if you have that ability and that capacity to think, you know what, this person just didn't know any better. I feel sorry for them. I even feel pity for them. They just didn't know what they were doing because this is the experience that they went through. That is the easiest and most likely the most logical way of actually forgiving. But it's hard to forgive sometimes when it's a little too much. But do what you feel is comfortable. I just prefer forgiving because for me, it's the easiest thing to do and I have less negative energy around me. I don't want to be carrying all that weight and all that burden, being upset at people. Here we have under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, big happy changes. Excellent. So there's going to be changes. They're going to be big and you're going to be happy about it. Gemini, not a bad reading at all. So what I'm seeing here, your person of interest has to work on themselves. Okay. And you have to work on yourself. What you have to do is take care of yourself, literally. That's what the key here is. Eventually, I do see something really good is happening, guys. Manifest that stuff. Come on, let's do it. I have on my website, www.asnointia.com, I have a package called the Chakra Checkup Package. And I recommend for some of you that feel that your body, your mind, body, spirit, and soul, if you feel that something's out of alignment, in terms of negative energy, something is holding you back or something just doesn't feel right anymore. You feel there's literally poltergeist, hauntings, sleep paralysis, dark shadows, shadow beings, those kind of weird supernatural things. The Chakra Checkup Package will help you get rid of that. And that is a personalized reading. I do have the ability of looking into one's home, wherever you live. And I can see negative energies, how many you have. This is around your home. So I look into your home, around your aura, and inside of your body, which is your chakra centers. It's because it's not just one area. They like to be everywhere. So I teach you how to get rid of these things from your life so that you can get rid of the negative energy and finally bring in the positive energy, because it is the negative that's preventing the positive from coming in, which is why I'm saying definitely if you believe you can bring it in, but you have to have the power of getting rid of these negative things so that the road is clear for you. So anything that's owed to you karmically, anything that is written in your book of life, you will get it. If you don't want to do that specific reading, you can always get the Holy Light package plus the Water Wellness package. Those two are quite powerful together. And that also lets you get rid of these things, but it also is a self-help guide, just in case if you are wondering. So that's a self-help guide, quick and easy. And the procedures are very easy. All right, that's it, Gemini. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. I do have another channel called Asnointia Audio, for those of you who are new, on YouTube. And please do visit that channel and have a view of some of the videos that I have. Some of them are on past life and spiritual connections, that sort of connection that you may feel. I have a lot of explanation regarding certain connections that we have. And I also have another one, another category there that is on relationships and advice. One of the ones I did just quite some time ago that was on negative energies. So some of you may need, or you may feel the need to actually see that. I would recommend, if you have that feeling of the mind, body, spirit, and soul being out of balance, have a look at that video. It'll give you much better understanding as to what these things are, how they affect us, and how you can remove them. And that's it. Thank you all for tuning in. Please let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I do read the comments. All right, you all take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys again. Bye now.